Hi there, as usually, Philip here, and in this video I'll be showing you previews of two games you can get from my Discord server. Currently, what you are seeing here, this is the Wobble Trouble game I will be showing after this one, the second one, which is Math Chaser. Okay, so when you will climb these games and run them, by the way, if you have a problem running these games, there are two videos you need to watch how to initialize this, because it's not that complex, but there might be some parts that you want to watch. So after you will initialize these games, this is how they look, the game scene of the Wobble Trouble. You see here multiple enemies. This is just to preview you what's in the game. You can freely remove them. They are not really necessary to be in the scene. So on the left side here, you have this golem and all of these enemies. I can just simply remove them. No big deal. Okay, so what's the point of Wobble Trouble game? This game was published by me on App Store already. It looks a little bit different because I was using the paid assets. What you're using here, all the assets are free, and some things are also done by me, like projectiles and these things. So if you want to use the real projectiles and maybe better looking ones and better assets, you can pay on Unity Asset Store and you can replace them by models. Completely okay. You can do whatever you want to with this game. It's you once you claim it. Okay, so this was published on App Store, as I'm saying, and the point of this game is that you can touch your screen and you can basically swipe it, and as long as you're swiping, then the more power you are giving to this wobbler to attack. I will show you. I will play this game. Let's see. Let's see which level it will load. Actually, I think the first one will be just a few enemies. All right, so you see I'm just holding like this my cursor currently, but when you will play this on mobile, it supports touching the screen, so you can nicely swipe the screen and it's very natural how the wobbler is moving. Okay, so the point is that you can just move like this quickly when you're swiping the screen, but once you will charge energy, then you can damage the enemies. You can see like this, and now I can go through them and I can really damage them. And the point of this is to survive or kill all the enemies. There are different game modes here. I will show you. There is a health here in the middle, so we can grab it, and yeah. I'm playing in the computer. We can play on the computer, but this was made for mobile, for App Store, because it feels nice just to swipe the screen and your swipe is attacking the enemies. Well, that was the point. Okay, so you see here, well, clear. All these assets looks weird because they're free. This also the UI using the free assets. So if you want something more professional, it's very easy to just get assets from Asset Store and just replace the current ones. No big deal. But the point is that you're using all the free assets and you can just publish the game whenever you want because you will not be violating any licensing. Everything is for free here. Yeah, I'm repeating myself already. So go to Wobble Trouble folder here, and here you have a scenes. And in scenes you have a menu scene. I will just save this. In menu scenes, the first scene, that's what you will see when you learn the game. Just run the game. And that's what you will see here. The Wobble Trouble game. By the way, you can see there's a Google ad here. So this is also set up. You need to just use your API key and replace it. And you can use the Google Ads here. So small bonus for you. Very easy to use the Google Ads here. And you can configure it as you want. Okay, so here are options. This purple screen that you see initially is just because I am running this game first time here in this project, so it has to render all the shaders and all these things initially. But it will not happen in already published game, and it doesn't happen on the second time you see. Now everything is running perfect without any flashing. Okay, so setting screen looks very simple, but you can set effect sounds, you can set up music sound, you can enable vibrations here, enable disable vibrations, but that's for the mobile devices. And you can start a game, and here's a level progression. The blue levels are normal levels. You need to defeat all the enemies. Yellow levels are the ones you need to survive some specific amount of the time, and red ones you need to defeat the boss. So every level, of course, increasing in difficulty. So you saw the first level was quite okay, but the second level is now will be harder. There'll be more enemies, there will be something in the middle spawning, and this will be spawning some objects on the screen in the game, so you need to avoid these tornadoes, which can be quite challenging. And yeah, you can see this is already more difficult, but you can configure it as you want. I will just lose it purposely. You see, when I lose the game, there is also Google Ad here displayed. I'll quit it and I'll show you that some different levels. So you see you have some overview of what you can have here, what you have here in this game. This is survive mode, and in survive you need to survive 75 seconds. So you can see in the middle there is some projectile spawned. All right, so there are more enemies here. Each enemy has a 1 life only, you can see here, so it's very easy to defeat the enemy, but you need to survive simply 75 seconds. All right, you need to be careful not to get hit by these projectiles. And so this is the survival. I'll just defeat again, I will lose purposely. Quit it, and I'll show you the boss fight, more challenging. All right, so let's go. The boss fight is, every boss fight has different mechanics. This one is I cannot really hurt this boss. It's very difficult to hurt this boss. Not getting the life down. So I need to first defeat these golems in the corner. And then you can hurt the boss. You can cause the bigger damage to the boss. I'll just go quickly. Spawning this also, and to be careful to avoid it. And now you should be able to deal bigger damage to the boss. Yeah, but it takes time to get the boss down. It should be challenging purposely. Okay, so this is the boss. There are some particles on the side to the boss, but it's very easy to replace them or just remove these particles. No big deal here. If you have any problems with the code, you can always ask on the Discord channel, and I'll be able to assist you with this. This is not the point of this video. Just go to start, and yeah, so with different levels. There, for example, there's under survival level, and the last one is the really hard boss, the spider boss, and that's gonna be quite challenging actually. And yeah, it's spawning this AoE ability has a strong attack, and you will see spawning also some formations of the spiders going at you like this. So this can be quite challenging really. Okay, so that's the game, how it looks like. Now to the code. To configure a few things, you want to look at the code base. There is a lot of things going on. I will just first let me switch to the game scene. I want to show you a few things. So the most important UI manager, everything was the UI is in UI manager. Just go over the file and see what's there. Gameplay manager, also another very important file. You can see there are no sounds. You need to download some sounds from somewhere or pay for some sounds, and just assign the clips here, and you will have a background music, damage music, wind music, and all of this is here in the gameplay manager. There is also invisible spawner, something called invisible spawner, and each level, or you can define for each level, you can open it in the left side. You see in the hierarchy here, I have for each level, or not for each level, but some levels that they don't have it, some level can have it, invisible spawner. And for example, for level 1, you see you can configure here what you will be spawning here. So here's a configuration file. You can open the configuration file and you see what I will be spawning here. As we saw in the second level, there had been fire tornadoes, and that's exactly what's defined here, fire tornadoes. They're spawning in the random point. You can define the different options here. They are moving randomly, so you can see different movement options here. Here's the script, the projectile configuration, and yeah, you can just go over this and discover. Oops, I don't want to open this. Discover what you can find here. So this is for each level. This is this in the middle that spawns such a portal, spawns in the middle, and each level is this portal is spawning some different things, and this is defined here. This invisible spawner on all the levels. So this is a gameplay manager. We have also game state manager, and game state manager has this game config scriptable object. You can double click it, and here is the game levels, and for each level you have a different things that you are spawning, and you're defining the level itself. So for example, here, this is the first level, and the map objective is to kill all enemies, you see? And you are spawning the units. You see here I'm spawning 5 wobbler enemy units, and there are some configurations. So for example, after spawn delay, so they are spawning immediately after the game starts, so there is a 0, but you can say 10 seconds and the enemy will spawn after the 10 seconds. And also there is a health modifier. So assuming the enemy has a health 100, then health modifier 1 would be full health 100, but 0.8 will get just 80% of the health. So the enemies will have slightly less health. So in this case, if the enemy had 100 and you will say health modifier 0.8, then the enemy will have 80 health. And yeah, that's how you can configure it here things. Time limit 0 because it is not a survival mode. Also level name and description of the level. Okay, and here level 2, again, kill enemies, bubble mess, the name of the map, a description, spawning here will be spawning already more units, but they have a less health, 10 units with a 0.7 modifier. Level 3, and so on and so on. You can see, I was going to show you the different modes. So survive mode, for example, it will, time limit for this mode is 75 seconds. You need to survive 75 seconds, and here's what you're spawning here. Okay, two different types of enemies. You're spawning the wobbler enemies and evil mages. And that's basically it. So that's how you can configure each level of your game. If you want to add new levels, just click here this plus sign and add more levels here. Okay, and add more levels, configurations, and different enemies. That's how it's done. If you want to go over the code base, go ahead, edit script. Everything should be commented out to give you an idea what they're using, so you can see each code should be commented, each file should have this, so you know what's happening here. Okay, there's already a lot of code. It's really big. This is one of the bigger games, so it's you are the owner. You claim this game, you can do whatever you want to with this code. Okay, it's up to you. So this, all of the config here, all of the files here, and you can check it out. If you're not sure how this all works, you can ask me in a Discord channel if something is unclear, or just ask AI to scan the folder and scan all the files and give you some information. There should be also some MD files, readme MD, and there should be already a lot of explanations in readme MD about folder structure, how it works and everything. So I don't need to explain it now for super long time because everything is already in readme MD. Okay. So here you have it. Go over the source code, all the objects here. Any questions, something is not clear, just ask me in Discord channel. Okay, so this is Wobble Trouble game. I'll just turn it off. I will show the second game you can climb for my Discord here. This is here, Muff Chaser. Again, it will look a little bit different because for this, as I'm distributing it to you, I wasn't able to use the paid assets, right? So I'm using the free assets and so you can get them easily to install. Okay, so let me get MudRunner here. Actually, when you will run the project initially, there will be just a simple object as a capsules or quadrants, and these same simple shapes because you need to install all the packages by yourself, but all the packages here are for free, and I have done another video explaining how to install them. So this Muff Chaser, the point of the game is just simply run and catch the numbers like this. Catching the numbers, each number will give you health and or energy, and if the energy is going on the 0, you're losing the game. So you need to keep your energy up, avoid the obstacles, and solve the equation. So here's the equal sign, and here to go to the correct column here. Okay, so just solving, and progressively this is getting harder. You will see that this is just a level 1, but progressively this can become really hard, and the equations are more difficult. And different modes now. So I can collect now only odd numbers. All right. If I collect something else, I will get minus health. Okay, and I will lose health quite quickly. All right, so still just collecting the odd numbers. If I'm collecting the even number, I will lose the points, and I'm losing points now rapidly. It's very hard to talk and do this at the same time. Okay, like this. Okay, so that's a game. That's a game, you see. It's quite nice, very simple. And it trains your brain a little bit. Okay. So same, what you need to check, most important are the managers. Game manager, some configuration about the game, and spawn manager, so how you are spawning the things on the screen. Again, you have a configuration file for it, for spawn config so. Open it, and here are all of the things you are spawning here. So open this, and for example, here as the first element, this value box. This value box is this number we're collecting here, and you're just declaring here how often you're spawning the box. It's each 1.2 seconds you're spawning the box, and the box are spawned from the level 0. So from the start of the game they are spawned. And then you have this second element. Is the second element. Get result box. Result box is this equal sign. When you collect it, you will get equation to solve. And then here, let's open this one. There's a tornado. That's basically enemy. You're spawning the enemy here each 6 seconds. Required difficulty, it's 0. So again, it's spawning from the level 0, but you can write here level 2, for example, and the tornadoes will be spawning from the level 2. So when you want to make it progressively harder, just increase here level, because otherwise it will be spawning from the start of the game, and you will make it harder at the very beginning. And yeah, then you have here Space Bandit, this quite difficult enemy. That was this policeman what you saw, and maybe required level, let's say 6 here. So it will be from the level 6 will be spawning the policemen. Okay, and audio manager again. To feel here, there are some audio clips. These ones should be free ones that I get from the internet. You can get the free assets also on the internet that the license allows you to distribute or use them in your projects. Okay, again, check the source files here. So edit script, to show you quickly what we have here. Again, everything is commented out what you need. There are MD files. Also, there should be MD, again, explaining you about the project. Or maybe there is also codebase MD in this case, explaining the little bit of codebase, go over it. And there should be also setup MD. So you have a lot of things here to read or go over. Again, a lot of the source files. Okay, so that's the preview of the games. One with the Math Chaser, the other one of Math Runner, and the other one is Wobble Trouble. Both of the games are actually played on the browser, but they are made for phones, both of them. Also, Math Chaser supports already natively. When you run the game, you can swipe the screen from the left to right, and this character will be changing the lines. So it's very nice to play on the mobile phone, and they are made for the phones. So you can easily extend it and replace the models here to buy your own models or paid ones from the asset store, and you can make it better. But you have everything available here. Again, you have also menu here. I didn't show you in this menu here. You have also menu scene here, so scenes and home scene. So again, very simple one. This is actually even simpler than Wobble Trouble. Okay, you can see options, also score, and play this. This should be some loader icon. These just squares that moving. But yeah, you can just press this button and the game will start. Okay, so there you have it. Both of the games, climbable from Discord. And any questions, ask here. And that's gonna be it. I see you next one or some other video.